Auction e-commerce notification settings. This is one of the most critical parts of auction e-commerce is the notification settings. It sounds sort of boring, but it's so critical and such a key aspect of really generating a lot of value for your end users. Of course, we all know as business owners and as marketers and etc. that whenever we're providing a ton of value to our end users, this is when we're going to be producing growth and additional profit for our business. Now, ultimately, whenever we look at user experience, the number one thing that we want to do with our notification settings is make it really easy for the user to receive different types of notifications and hopefully as often as they're willing to accept. We don't want to bother our users, but ultimately want them to be highly engaged. And we don't want to wear them out either because we want them to be focusing on the areas that they really find a lot of benefit from within the site. So here you can see an example of notification settings. And probably the biggest thing that we want to note with these is we're going to be allowing the user to set the type of notification they receive. So the medium in which they receive it. So email and text, possibly within an application itself, like a mobile application that we've created. Of course, within the desktop view or within a browser session that they're in. And then we also want to allow them to specify the actual workflows for which they're going to get notified and then the frequency in which they will get notified. So we can really provide a lot of granularity around this. Here you can see in this particular example, we have notifications for whether or not the user is outbid. And this can be email, text, or website. And you can see they have options for never, always, only when logged in. And these can also be modified to be every hour, every day. This could be on a specific event or trigger type that fires, that kind of a thing. And so we can really highly tune this and cater this. And this is massively, massively important for your users, of course. And again, just moving on, we can take a look at auction closing reminders and when to receive the reminders. So this is really important, obviously, for the close of the auction, giving the user enough heads up in advance. And we may even want to offer them the opportunity to receive multiple notifications and for them to be able to sort of snooze those notifications if they want. The other thing that we'll note is we can offer them the ability to receive promotional email. And this can be really, really helpful for the end user because they may want to be notified of certain geo IP or geofence type of bids that are within a certain proximate area to them. They may want to be notified of certain rules that they set for auctions. Here in this case, you can see we also give them the opportunity to simply choose a set of categories. And they also have the ability to choose affiliates. You could see this as different manufacturers or distribution companies, different sellers or brands that are on your auction e-commerce site. Whatever it is that you want them to be able to choose based on, that's something that you're going to want to be able to present and allow them to receive those different types of notifications. And then also here you can see that they have the ability to choose one item notification. So whether or not they won the item. Now we're also going to want to enable the same type of thing for sellers. So we may want sellers to be notified if their items have surpassed a certain threshold so that they can maybe remove a reserve if their items that are for sale have passed a threshold that are common for that item to be considered a profitable auction. Maybe we just want to notify them of that so they might quickly remove the reserve and get the auction to continue with a bit more of a frenzy to encourage more bids on an auction by removing the reserve, for example. Maybe we want to let them know whenever they've received a one auction, etc. And so ultimately, this notification settings area is absolutely critical for the user to the point where we probably even want to visually drive them to this and even gamify this potentially for their initial setup and initial use of these settings. We may even want to include a link to this area of the auction e-commerce platform within newsletters or other forms of communication to really evangelize this as an opportunity to the users that they can highly tune and cater these notifications for their specific auction types that they're interested in. So We hope that this was helpful. This is certainly something that is really specific to each business and each business type as to what different mediums make sense to present and what different workflows make sense to present as options for these notifications. Ultimately, we are very happy to help you with deciding and guiding you based on our experience as to what might make the most sense for your specific auction e-commerce platform. Thanks for watching this video on auction e-commerce. This is a series of videos, and we want to encourage you that you're welcome to take a look at the additional features and functionalities as you see fit, and may be a good area for you to understand more. You can take a look at the detailed next video in this series by clicking the link that we've provided. We also have a set of links to all of the different videos in a playlist that you can take a look at. We've also compressed the videos into a single overall video, and if you would like, we've put together a free resource guide and checklist on auction e-commerce. One of the other things that we love to do at Clarity is provide you with complimentary guidance with some of our technical experts. So if you're interested in this, we call this a complimentary discovery, and you're welcome to go to our website, link below in the description, and go ahead and get that free complimentary discovery. We just want to say thank you again so much for watching this video and for being fans and subscribers. If you would, we would love it if you